cornea approaches have changed so much in the last 20 years. We went from full thickness to thinner, lamellar, DMEC, which is about as thin as we can get. So the question is, what are we going to do to improve our outcomes or to improve the treatments we offer patients? The reality is DMEC is great. So what we need to focus on is accessibility for DMEC, or accessibility for corneal tissue, pricing, economics, value for money, because the visual outcomes are sort of hitting the ceiling now. So we've got to find more and better ways to provide better for our patients. In cornea, it's always cornea availability. Even in centers that have a donation program, even in countries with cornea banks, there are never enough corneas. We have so many other patients that we can't help, or they've been rejecting their donors, or that I don't have tissue for them. And this is just a heart sink when you have patients that you could or would like to treat. So I find it really interesting because it's also a relatively simple tissue. If we can't make it for a single layer of cells, how can we make it for a retina? We've got to start simple and build up our complexity. And that's why I think corneal endothelium can lead the way. The Grail has always been a bioengineered cornea, something we can take off the shelf and put onto our patients. And that's always eluded us. Bringing artificial and natural together has always led to interface issues. It breaks, it falls off, it erodes, and over time, nature abhors these foreign bodies. So what we're trying to do in the University Hospital in Brussels is to try and crack this issue. How good can we make an artificial, mass-producible, and ideally cheap material that works with the cells, that integrates with the cells, and that we can put in patients? The problem is there's only so many treatments you can get from one donor. And once you move to another donor, you've got to do all the safety and quality checks again to make sure that everything is copacetic. That's going to mean money. So if we want to make something that's cheaper and that can be mass-produced, we have to try and get away from donor and donor variability, in my opinion. Our strategy is to try and target induced pluripotent stem cells. In theory, that we've got a tank of cells, well characterized, we know what they're going to do, and we can upscale production. I think there's two types of lives it's going to change. The first one, it'll be faster and easier to treat these patients. So the damage they incur while they're on a waiting list will be mitigated. The second life that it will impact will be the surgeons. The workload, the speed, and the efficiency of what we can do in corneal surgery will improve. We hope to be able to reduce air bubbles. We hope to be able to reduce the complications, rebubbling. We could take corneal surgery, simplify it so that anyone could do it, which is a little bit of a threat to my job, but that's how science works.